Hi everyone, this is UKManicLoomer and I'm back again with another cuff design bracelet. This one is a 9-pin by 2-pin length and I'm really proud to say that this is my own design, and with the help of Nix Haley 22 we have come up with the name Andromeda for it. So let me just show you, there you go. So that's my Instagram page and my most recent rendition of it. If you aren't following me on Instagram, please do. The details are below. Okay, so without further ado, let's get our loom set up. This is a 9-pin bar configuration by 2 in length, and we're going to set it up just like we would if they've just come out of the box. So we're going to go from the first pin on the first peg, and we're going to go down diagonally half, then we're going to go up diagonally half, then we're going to keep the next one the same height, then we're going to go diagonally down half, then diagonally up half, then keep the one at the same height, and then we're going to go down diagonally half and then up diagonally half. Okay, so go ahead and set that loom up. It's not a very high tension bracelet, but I would recommend obviously with any 9-pin bar designs that you make sure it's really braced, just in case. I don't know how this will fare if you try an LE band. So yeah, just go ahead and brace it up just in case. Okay, let's get looming. So I'm going to take one of my favourite colours, which is this lovely sweets blue. And I am going to start on the centre peg, and I'm going to follow the first pins all the way to the edge. So it's diagonally up one, across one, diagonally down one, and diagonally up one. Then I'm going to go across the other side. I'm going to go diagonally up one, diagonally across one, diagonally down one, and diagonally up one. Okay, next, really super simple, we are going to take this I say all the way, we're going to take the straight line and I'm going to stop on the 4th pin from the end. And you just see my golden band just there. Anything bigger for me is a little bit too big, so I did it previously up to, well, 1 peg more than this and it was too big. So I'm going to drop it down 1 more peg and that should fit perfectly for me this time. Okay, so I'm going to take it all the way up until that 4th pin from the end, and then I'm going to come back and we'll close it off at the top before we move on. So be right back. Alright, so I've taken my straight line up to the 4th pin from the end, and we're just going to do a mirror image of the beginning part. So we're going to go diagonally up to the right, just get a few bands here, diagonally down, then we're going to go from pin 3 to 4, then we're going to go diagonally up to the middle. Then we're going to repeat the pattern on this side. So we're going to go from the 9th pin bar diagonally up to the left. Then we're going to go diagonally down. Then we're going to go from the 7th to the 6th pin bar. Then we're going to go diagonally up and meet in the middle, just like that. All right then, move on. Okay, so the next set of bands we're going to lay is we're going to lay 7 rows of single layer bands from the first pin bars to your last on your design. To break this up, I'll explain it quickly. The Andromeda here was basically named after the stars. And I've got 3 rows of gold and silver stars here. So what I've done is the 1st, the 4th and the 7th one, I've got a glitter gold going through my stars, and then I've got on the 2nd, 3rd, 5th and 6th one, I've done a glitter blue to surround my blue and black sky theme. That's how I'm doing it, and I'm going to repeat that again this time around. And so what we'll do is we will start with the gold layers first, and then we'll move on to the blue layers afterwards. So I hope that's not too complicated. I just wanted to kind of explain that theme because the lines really do need to blend in with the colour scheme that you're going to be doing. Right, okay, so I'm going to go back to my glitter gold for this, and let's pop that in a bit more. There you go. All right, hopefully you're not too confused. We're going to go on the first pin, second pin bar. We're going to take a gold all the way up to the end. Then we're going to go to our next point here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth pin bar, first pin, and we're going to do a gold layer all the way to the end here. Okay. Then we're going to go to our next point here. So that is our 8th pin bar, and we're going to do the gold going all the way to the end here. Let's untwist that there, like so. All right, so they're going to be my gold stardust, which are going to connect all my stars together. And then I'm going to be doing a blue glitter for the spaced glitter, and that is going to be put on the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th and the 7th pin. Okay, and they are straight lines all the way up. Like so. Right, let me just hold that up for you. So again, I've used the glitter gold as stardust, and that is on the point of each of these frames. And then where our X's will be later on, I'm going to do glitter blue to frame the black and blue sky. All right, that's just gone out of focus. There you go. So I hope you understand that. So I'm going to jump off camera and I am going to go and do all 7 of my rows to the end, and then I will show you what we do next. Okay. All right, well, that is all 7 lines done up to the end. Again, there's stardust, 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 and then we've got the 2 here that is my spaced sparkle. Now, if you're watching this video all the way through before you're starting this design and you're debating what kind of colour scheme you're going to go for, I just thought I would put this up for an idea as well. This is what I was playing with when I first came up with the idea, and I didn't have any of these bands left. So I went for a green meadow look. So it's versatile. You can either do the stars or you can do a meadow theme. Well, you can do anything you like with it really, but these are the 2 ideas that I had here. So I've got the flowers, leaves in 1X, then the flowers, and I've brought the single lines and matched the colours. So they look a little bit, somebody said look like a starburst even. But they're not. And then in between I've put a mixture of blues to make it look like streams running through the meadows. So that was another rendition, or my first rendition of it. But I really did have stars in mind when I did do it. So I'm going to carry on with the star theme now. And the next thing we've got to do is the stars themselves, and we're going to do it metallic gold and metallic silver, and I'm going to start with the gold. Okay, and all I'm going to do is first pin bar, first peg, and I'm going to go diagonally up to the right one, and then I'm going to go from the 3rd pin bar, first pin, diagonally to the middle again. Then I'm going to go from the 2nd pin bar, 2nd pin, and I'm going to go out to the left diagonally, and then I'm going to go out to the right diagonally. So I have made an X just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to go, and I'm alternating it here. So I'm going to go with my metallic silver. So on the edge of that gold there, so on top of it, should I say. So we're going to go first pin bar, second pin. We're going to go diagonally to the middle. And then third pin bar, second pin, diagonally to the middle. Then from that middle pin, we're going to go directly out to the left. From that middle pin again, we're going to go out to the right, just like that. Okay, so really, really simple. We're just going to do that all the way down, or should I say all the way up our loom, like so. And to make it even more simple, we're not only going to do it on this section, we're also going to do it on this section here. So we're going to do the X's from the first pin bar and the third pin bar, and then we're going to do them on the fourth pin bar to the sixth pin bar, and then we're going to go and do the exact same pattern again on the seventh pin bar to the ninth pin bar. Okay, so let me just show you again what I'm going to do on this center one here. I'm going to try something different to what I've done before, and I'm going to start with a silver one, so I'm going to alternate the colours. So we're going to go from the fourth pin bar to the center diagonally up. Then we're going to go from the sixth pin bar diagonally up to the left. Then we're going to go from that center peg and we're going to go to the left diagonally up, and then diagonally right from that center peg. So again, we're going to do stars. Then I'm going to pop up to the next one. So fourth pin bar, second pin, and I'm going to go diagonally right upwards, and then the sixth pin bar, second pin, diagonally left upwards, and then from that center pin there, we're going to go diagonally out left, and then diagonally out right, and then we're going to do that all the way up the loom on that one. And then for this third piece here, I'm going to do it again back with the gold. So seventh pin bar, first pin, diagonally out to the right, and then we're going to go from the ninth pin bar to the ninth pin bar, first pin, and we're going to go diagonally left. Then from that center pin, so the eighth pin bar, second pin, we're going to go diagonally out to the left, diagonally out to the right, and then we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to do it, I'm going to do it with silver, so I'm going to alternate them. Right, I'm going to stay on camera for a little bit, and then I'm going to go off, and I will meet you at the end because this will take some time to do. So I'll do one more on each row. So again, I'm going to go back with the gold here because the last one was a silver. Then this one I'm going to go gold to silver. And we're just doing that X shape. And then I'm going to go gold on this last one. Like so. Okay, so repeat that pattern all the way to the end, and then we'll do the next step. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have laid all my X's on all three sections of my loom, like so. Next, we've got to fill in this little empty gap between the third pin bar to the fourth and the seventh to the eighth pin bar. And to do that, we're going to do a simple X configuration. Now, I'm going to be doing my X's in the sweets black and the sweets blue together. And I'm going to be alternating them with each cross. So how I do that is a little trick I learned from one of Artisan Loom's tutorials. I can't remember offhand which one it was. Is to basically start your X at the beginning. So you're on a third pin bar, first pin. You go out to the right like you would normally. But instead of going back here and filling this gap, we're just going to continue with Xing placing the X's alternatively. So we're going to do zigzags basically. So nice wide zigzags. We're going to go across the right, across to the left, across to the right, across to the left, across to the right, like so. You just see that. And that way I can alternate my blacks. And then once you go all the way to the end, you just come back to the beginning and you put your other colour on. So mine's this sweet blue. And this time we're going to fill up the gap there. So we're going to complete the X by going on the 4th pin bar to the 1st pin, to the 3rd pin bar, 2nd pin. Then we're going to go back out to the right, back out to the left, back out to the right, like so. If you're going to just do one colour, then you won't need to do this type of laying of bands. Just do normal X's with the X starting off going to the right, so inwards to the middle stars. And then I'm just going to start on this side as well. So when we're doing on this column, we're going to be doing it on the 8th pin bar, 1st pin, and we're going to go inwards to the 7th pin bar, 2nd pin. Then we're going to go out again. Staying in focus, is it? Give me a moment. That's better. Then we're going to go in again. That went out again. Okay, and then if you're putting your second colour back on, just put them on. So that one's going to go from the 7th pin bar to the 8th, 8th to 7th, 7th to 8th in a diagonal manner, and making your crosses. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and I'm going to go all the way to the end, and then all we've got left is our final border to lay. Be right back. Alright, so that's all my alternating X pattern. You just have a see that all laid. Now I did say we've only got the border to do next, but I've just remembered we've got to do cap bands as well. So let's put the border on first and then we'll put the cap bands on afterwards. So for the second border, we're going to just follow our original border in the exact same pattern. So we'll be going from the centre pin bar out to the left, straight to the side, down diagonally, up diagonally. I'm using the black sweets for this one. Okay, and then we're just going to go from the centre pin bar up diagonally to the right, going to go straight to the side, going to go down diagonally like so, and then we're going to go up diagonally just like that. Then what you're going to do is we're going to go straight on either side on the 1st pin bar and the 9th pin bar all the way to the end, and then we're just going to do the mirror image of this at the end as well. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and I'm going to finish my border, and then I'll come back and tell you where we need to put our cap bands. Okay, see you in a mo. Now my border, my second border has been placed. The last thing we need to do now is put on all the cap bands, and this is a really greedy cuff bracelet for cap bands. You're going to need to put a cap band on the middle of every single one of those cross bands stars, and I've gone ahead and I've already placed nearly all of my cap bands on this. What I've done for this rendition is I've done a white glitter for the silvers and the gold glitter for the gold stars. You do see them in this design, so I've done it like that so it just looks like the sparkles coming out of the stars. I've triple capped them as well because I've done a double cap before and it just looks too loose, so I'm going to go for the triple cap this time. So what you need to do is you need to put them on every single one centre of them. I've left a few to do with you. So I do them on my finger like so and just slide them on. So I've already gone and done most of them. So I'm going to put all the white glitters on all my silvers, and then I'm going to go back to my golds and put all my gold glitters on. Like so. I think your fingers get quite sore doing it this way for the whole lot. I just find it easier in trying to work out with a hook. Okay, nearly there. And once you've done all of these bands, we'll need a couple of cap bands here at the beginning as well. Now I've put 5 cap bands on this one, so we're going to need them on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th first pin. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the Sweets Black so it goes in with the border. And again, I'm going to triple cap these, like so. Okay, and the last one for me is just here. So once again, you're going to do it on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. You're going to triple cap them and on the middle of every single one of those stars. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to do that, and then once we get started again, we'll be doing the stitching up. All right, be right back. Okay, so that's all my cap bands laid, and it's time to start the process of making this cuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into that middle cap band, and we're just going to loop up all our top border. So for my case, it's all the black one. So I'm just going to grab that top band on each of them. So go into the cap band, grab the top band. If they get misplaced, just give it a bit of a swirl and then they'll start sitting back in the right place. So just grab that one, like so. It's a bit tight there. Let's have a look. There you go. It's loosened up, just got caught. Okay, and we're going to go back into that one and then grab it and move it to the side. And then just loop that one to the side. And then you're just going to go all the way up and follow it until you get to the middle bit. Then you're going to come back here. You're going to grab this one and go to, just the one. Give that a swirl. Just go behind the cap band. Grab that one and go to the right. Again, into the cap band. Wow, I'm not having any luck here. Right. Patience is a virtue. Right, and there you go, into that one, and then behind this cap band and grab that bottom band, like so, to the right. And then it gets a bit easier when there's no cap band there. So we're going to grab, she says. There you go. We'll get there in the end. Right, there. So then I'm going to go all the way up to the side, and then I'm going to close off. I'm going to close it off to the end. Sorry about that, my camera just switched off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back once I've finished the end. Right, the next stage is we're going to do the X's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sew up the blue ones first, and then I'm going to come back and do the black ones. So if I just show you here, just give that a swirl because I can see the blue's got trapped somewhere. Right, okay, so we're going to go into the 4th pin bar, first pin, and we are going to go in there. Wow, it's going to be really difficult today. And grab that blue, give it a little tug and bring it back on itself. And then instead of coming back here and doing that black, I'm just going to go straight ahead and do all my blues to the end. I don't think it'll make much difference if you wanted to do it as the X's and just sew it that way. It's just I like following the colour patterns, like so. And then once I get down to the end, I'm going to come back and then I'm going to start grabbing my blues. Not my blues, my blacks even. It's very late and I do apologise. Right, okay, so then we're going to go into the 3rd pin bar, first pin, and we're just going to pull them back onto each other. Grab the next black, go forward. Grab the next black, go forward, and so forth. And we're going to go and do that all the way to the end as well. Nice and simple. And then we're going to do the exact same on this side, on this crosses. And we're going to go into the 6th pin bar and we're going to take that top crossover, which again is my blue, and you're going to bring it back on itself. And then I'm just going to follow up with the blues. And again, if you just want to do it black, blue, black, blue, black, then you can do. It's absolutely no problem. It's just the top band that goes first and then the bottom band afterwards, okay? So whatever colour that means for you. All right, so and again, I come back in, 7th pin behind the cap band, grab that there, bring it back on itself, make sure it is the right one, yeah, and go into that one, grab the next one, go back to itself, grab it and go back to itself. I think you kind of get the pattern there. So I'm going to go off camera and then I'm going to finish the end and then we're going to start looming our stars out. Okay, be right back. Right, the next step is going to be to do all our stars, and the stars are all done in the exact same way. So once you get the first couple on into this star, you'll be able to do the rest of them absolutely no problem. It's a very basic band in the sense that there's not many steps, and the steps they're repeated quite a lot. So anyway, we're going to start off with the left hand side row, and we are going to take that first pin bar, first pin, we're going to get that silver, we're going to bring it to the middle and drop it like so. We're then going to go into your cap band and find the other side of that band you've just dropped, like so, and then you're going to put it back on the pin you've just taken it from. So you're basically swapping them over. Then you're going to go over to the 3rd pin bar, first pin, and you're going to go and go into that cap band, grab that silver, just the silver. Okay. Right, that's got the blue going up as well. Let's give that a wiggle. Okay. Yes, got it this time. Okay, so we're going to go in and grab that silver. We're going to put it back on itself like so. Then we're going to go into that cap band. We're going to grab the other side of that band and swap it back to the peg it's just come from, okay? And we're pretty much going to be doing this on all 4 corners. So again, we're going to be going first pin bar, second pin of the design. We're going to go into there. We're going to grab that silver. We're going to bring it back to itself. And we're going to go in, grab that silver and swap it back like so. Then we're going to go into the last of the 4 points. We're going to grab it, take it inwards, drop it, go in, grab that bottom band and back on itself, okay? So it's really, really simple in a sense that it's all the same movements. So it's take it over, drop it, get the bottom of that band, bring it back, okay? So we're going to go on to the next one. We're going to take that left hand side gold at the bottom, bring it back to itself, go into that cap band, grab the other side of it and bring it back to the peg. Then we're going to go on to the right side. We're going to take that band, put it on top, go into that cap band and grab the other side of that band and just that band. There you go. And bring it back to itself, okay? Going into the third one now on the left. We're going to get that band, bring it back to itself, go into that cap band, grab the next top one inside, which will bring it back to itself. There you go. And the next one, we're going to grab the last one, which is is the right top one. Bring it back to itself, go in, grab just the gold, and put it back on itself. So it's really simple in the sense that it's repetitive, okay? So you're going to do the same thing all the way up this row, and then you're going to go all the way up the next row, and the same for the last row, okay? So I'm going to do it one more time without explaining, and then I'm going to go off camera and finish it off. If you need a little bit more guidance, then obviously just rewind this section and go over it again, because it is just the same movements for the whole lot now. And then after this, it's literally doing the last border, or the very first border, and then we're finished. So it's, like I said, very simple in the step movements, just very repetitive. Okay, so nearly done with this one. Oh, no, hang on. I'll tell you a lie. I have told you a lie. That's really silly. We've got those single lines to sew up before we do the border bands. That was really silly of me. Right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, right. I'm going to go off camera now. I'm going to do all my stars and I will be back when it's done. Alrighty then. That took forever to do. I do apologise for designing this. It will look fabulous, I'm hoping. So, right, let's get back into it. Next is really, really simple. It's those single lines that I had forgotten about. So all you want to do is you want to go into that second pin bar, first pin, and go forward all the way to the end, like so. And then you want to go into the third and grab the top band. Make sure one doesn't slip off. You might want to push these bands down there quite close to the top and go all the way forward, again grabbing that glitter blue or whichever colour you've used. Then you want to go into the one next to it, grab that line, take it all the way to the end. Then you want to go and grab this one. So it doesn't really matter which order you do with lines, as long as you do a straight up line on each of them. So I'm going to go off and finish this off. So you've got the second pin bar, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth pin bar, straight lines all the way up, okay? So once you've done that, we'll get going on the final border and taking it off our looms. Be right back. Right, I'm pleased to say it is now the border time. So we've done our 7 straight lines in the middle and we've gone all that way down to the end. Now we're just going to get that very first band that we laid. So go into the center, we're going to get that top band, which should be the one going off to your left. over the top back to itself, go down, grab the next one, going sideways, grab the bottom one again. You know pretty much how to do this by now. Going diagonally down, grab that one, diagonally up, grab forwards here, and continue all the way to the end until you get to the middle at the top. And go back into this cap band, then move it to the right side, right again, diagonally down. They're a little bit stiff where the cap bands are, like so. Go down and grab that band, diagonally up, grab the band there, diagonally upwards, and again take it all the way up, following the line until you hit the center peg. I'm going to go off camera now and I am going to get it all the way to the end, so I'll be right back. Now I've done all the way to the end, I've flipped it over and we're going to stick our hook all the way through the bands, catch a band on it and pull it through like so. Then just hook it together, never graceful on this bit, and put your C-clip on it, okay? So this is the moment of truth. Have I left any bands out? I always look down the side to have a quick look, and it looks all right to me. I love how they rock by the end of it. Right, anyway. I'm now going to start taking them off. So I'm going to take off all the sides first to relieve that tension. I'm going to do 2 rows of this. Get there in soon enough. Right. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the outside of this one. Like so. Get the second one undone. Thought that was a loose bun there. A little panic attack. Right, okay, so now I've taken the tension off the sides. I'm just going to go from left to right, then right to left, and then just keep picking it off in that order. I'm not going to straighten all my bands up on this rendition. I'll just take it off the loom as is and show you, and then on my Instagram page I will have it all straightened out and presented for you. So again, if you're not with me on Instagram, please do follow me. The details will be below in the description box. Nearly there. This band takes an awful long time to do. but I think it's worth it. Certainly not one I'm going to be repeating over and over again. But I really do love my cuff design bracelets. And I got hooked on the cuffs following Nick Haley 22, which I'll pop her details in the description box, along with Artisan Loom, who I mentioned earlier for the X pattern. Right, okay. That's not, it's just a loose band, there you go. All right, so this is the rendition of my own design, Andromeda. You can't really wear it on that side, or at least I wouldn't wear it that side, personally. So, see if the autofocus kicks in. No? Right. Okay, sorry about that. The camera keeps shutting off on me. Anyway, so that's what it looks like wrapped around. It's going to autofocus. I would say that is just about right there. So it's a little loose, but it's not too loose that it's going to be flapping about. So that's about right for me. I possibly might go one shorter just for a bit more tighter fit. But this is certainly wearable at the size it is. Okay, so again, this is my own design, Andromeda, and the picture will be on my Instagram page when it's all been finished and untwisted. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. So until next time, bye.